doing? My name's Dave, and if the word undulator makes you feel a little uncomfortable too, you can call me Daveypoo, the Mobile Music Minstrel. How you doing? That's right, today I'm back with another swift sprint through Eventide's Undulator, the latest release by Eventide. Now, I dig these crazy, weird, wacky apps, as I've been saying for a while, and this is yet another one, so let's dive straight in. I'm hosting in 8 Matrix, as I usually do. I'm using Neosoul Keys, as I usually do. Here is Neosoul Keys all by itself. And let's hear it through the magic of Undulator. Okay, so what's going on here? Undulator's a weird one. It's a mix of tremolo and delay, and it's got a built-in LFO so that you can modulate some of these parameters. I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Normally I just go right through what the controls are without playing and then play you an example. I'm going to kind of play a little bit as we go so you can hear what these things are doing, because this one is a little bit different than the others. Okay, so first thing on the side, we've got the input gain here. You can see that's how much incoming signal we've got coming into the app. Then you've got the mix. Obviously you're mixing between the completely unaffected signal and the completely affected signal. Now, depth. First, this top row deals with the tremolo. So we're going to play. Now I'm going to turn the feedback off. We got the shape. I'm going to go down. The shape is going to be sine. The shape knob goes between all the different ways that you can have it tremolo. You can have it tremolo against a sine wave, against a triangle, against a peak, which is like a sawtooth. So it'll just go up and then it'll stop and come straight back down, to random. Ramp. There's the other one that, coming up. Ramp is like a sawtooth wave, but maybe going the other direction. So maybe peak is going one way and ramp is going the other way. You got a square wave, and then you've got sample and hold. You've got envelope. Now, the envelope setting for the shape knob, what that does is it's a preset internal envelope that they're mapping how it responds to, versus ADSR, where it actually can respond to your incoming loudness envelope. And then we've got ribbon. That turns off. Now, as you notice too, some of these last controls, it changes things. So when you go to envelope, this becomes depth and sensitivity, but when you're on sample and hold, it's depth and speed. So we're going to go back down to sine wave real quickly here. I'm talking real fast because I want to get through this quickly. The top row of knobs here is the tremolo. So we're going to have it tremoloing with a sine wave here. I'm going to turn the depth all the way up. I'm going to turn the speed down so that you can hear the effect as I hold this G7 chord. G minor 7. Okay, if I turn the speed up. Now, what's interesting is, if I turn the mix all the way up, you can hear that the effect kind of fades in. One of the things I don't like about this app so much is that you can't adjust how quickly it fades in. See, the depth only affects the depth of the actual tremolo itself. Okay, you can get the speed going up pretty fast. Now, over here on the side, you've got a fast, slow knob. That affects the speed. Okay. And it speeds up, ramps up, and ramps down, much like a Leslie spinning speaker. And then if you hold it, it'll break. And it only has the delay in there. It does not have the tremolo anymore. Okay, so let's go back to fast. That's depth and speed and shape. Now, feedback and spread affect the delays. You can see that spread is the spread in the stereo spectrum across your ears. And feedback is how long the delay time is. Okay? Then, if you go down to the bottom row, well, here, let's go to the other side. So on the side you've got the output gain. Okay? That's how much outcoming signal you have going into your DAW. Okay? If you go down to the bottom row of knobs, this is the internal LFO, where you can use it to affect the depth and speed of the tremolo. And you can also use it to affect the rate change on the delay. So you see there's a few different factors here. You're dealing with the tremolo effect and the delay effect. Both are time-based effects, and so it gets a little confusing as to what's doing what. Okay, so I'm going to turn down the delays so that all we hear right now is the tremolo. So now I've turned up the depth amount, and so the LFO is affecting how deep the tremolo goes. Whereas if I turn this down and go with speed, you can hear the effect a little more clearly. Speeding up and slowing down the tremolo. And you can get some really interesting effects here. Right? And then here again, you've got the source. So you're, again, telling the internal LFO how you want it to behave, like a sine wave, like a triangle wave. And you've got all the same ones that you do in the feedback knob, the shape knob above for the tremolo. Again, it gets a little confusing. You got to remember that the top row affects the tremolo, the bottom row is the internal LFO. And then right next to that, you've got your tempo settings and how you're going to affect all the, the tempo, whether you're going to have it synced, whether you're going to set it manually, whether you're going to set it with the tap tempo, all that kind of stuff. Finally, these last three knobs, we already talked about fast, slow in the middle. At the top, you've got the tap tempo for the tempo that we just talked about on the bottom. And then down here, you've got active, which turns the whole darn thing on and off. Now, at the very bottom, you've got the glowing blue line. That's the famous ribbon controller that is on all of Eventide's apps. If I click on this one button on the side here, you see the blue line moves all the way over. Now, the mix knob has a white dot. The depth knob has a white dot. The speed has a white dot, okay? If I move the controls, you can see that I'm moving the white dot for all these controls. Okay. Now, if I go to the other side and I click the blue dot, you see here, or I click the other side, and that affects the blue dot now on the other side of that line. And what we're doing is we're setting the range of the sweep for the ribbon controller. And now if I go from one side to the other, you can watch all the knobs sweep across the range that we just set. And that is the ribbon controller. And this is a fantastic app. As I've said many times, I really like all the weird, wacky stuff that Eventide is doing. And I like that they're coming out with these specialty apps because, we don't need any more reverbs. We don't need any more standard delays. We don't need any more choruses. We got a million of those. I want things that are combinations of effects or that do something entirely new. So this is Undulator. Hope you liked the video. Please go check out Eventide's other apps and Undulator in the App Store for iPad and iPhone. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and go subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Go check me out on my Facebook page. Check me out on my Twitter page. Go check me out on Patreon because you can pay me there and support all the things that I do. And you can check me out on Instagram. And I have an Instagram account, but I don't think I've ever posted there. But I do have one, so you can go check me out there too. And, you can go look at all the other social media platforms that I might be a part of, and then you can go talk to me on the Audio Bus forum because I'm there all the time flapping my gums just like I'm flapping my gums here. And I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next freaking time. Later. Bye.